Are you ready to manifest your higher self? Ready to learn the quantum field of manifestation and time compressing? Well, then you definitely want to listen and watch this podcast. Welcome to the Dr. Erin Show. May you live your truth. Hi, Divine Loves. I am Dr. Erin, Doctor of Divinity and Master Spiritual Coach. And I'm super honored to be on this journey of going down the path of E4 method and all the series that we've done on this, understanding that everything is connected with the subconscious mind and one with the superconscious mind. And if we want to have real change in our lives, we've got to understand and really transform the energetics of the subconscious mind. So I want to begin with recapping part of the series, and we've gone through a lot of stuff already. We went through really my spiritual awakening and how I discovered and created E4 method, going down the path of spiritual awakening and manifesting, but feeling like there really was something massively missing. And we know this, there's a lot of trauma-informed work, there's a lot of spiritual, conversations out there, but it's a whole different thing to actually reach enlightenment. It's a whole big thing to shift one's identity back to the I am. So first we went over my spiritual journey and understanding how the subconscious mind works through commands, the big decisions that make the energetics that's connected, and tagging your DNA that's connected to the Akashic records. We went through the actual E4 steps and understanding how creation happens, whether it be through negative and making yourself divided and having limited beliefs. The same 4 steps can be flipped and turned into manifestation. We went into healing your past, empowering your present, and now we're going to go into manifesting your future higher self. In healing your past, we went into current life regressions and past life and ancestral regressions. And then after heal the past, we went into empowering the present, which is all about emotional mastery and energy mastery. And then now we're going to go into manifesting your future highest self, time compressing. This is one of the most fun aspects of E4. In fact, we begin to do all the regressions and healing all the deep work that really has to be done. And what I found in the industry is a lot of people are into manifesting, but the issue is they haven't dealt with the big blocks that are holding them back. So people end up trying to manifest a bunch of things and maybe they get there, but they're kind of like still unfulfilled because they're not really in alignment. They haven't birthed their soul's purpose, or they're not able to manifest. They keep trying to manifest, but something's blocking them because they haven't done that deeper regression work. So what is E4 quantum manifesting method? It's all about manifesting your highest future self, your higher self, and being able to time compress. So the truth of the universe works like this, okay? We live in a mental universe. And just to reflect back, again, I've been on this journey. I had my stillborn at the age of 22. So it's been 30 years of really diving into this work and understanding the creative process of the universe, becoming a doctor of divinity, becoming a master spiritual coach. So I hope that these teachings are really helping you understand on a deeper, more profound level. I love the concept of manifestation, but the big shift is to understand that you are the manifestation and everything in your life is the vibrational match. So again, about the universe, we live in a mental universe. It's all done through mental pictures, and this is what's called the Akashic records, okay? And what happens is we have the consideration that we create one mental picture and it's linear. So we go from A to B to C and so on and so forth all the way to Z, because that's what we have seen and that's what we've been programmed to believe, that there's a linear thing. But the truth is it doesn't work like that. You don't have to go from A to B to C all the way to Z. You literally can mock up and create the mental image of Z, and that is what is considered a miracle, okay? A miracle is simply glitches in your current belief system. So how the masters, Jesus and all the masters, because there's so many masters, were basically teaching us, and this is even what biblical teachings are, metaphysical teachings, spiritual psychology teachings, the metaphysics of life is understand there's something beyond the physical. And this is the spiritual realm, the nothingness, and all creation comes from nothing. It comes from pure infinite potential. So whenever we're creating, instead of thinking, what's my next one thing to do? Or let me get busy and see if I can get on the treadmill. And maybe if I just work a little harder or more efficient, then one day I'm going to get to my destination. And that's great. We believe in full effort and things like that into creating of whatever you want to create, but we do it a little differently. So through E4 quantum manifesting, what we're doing is we're releasing the external world. And what we do is we take our clients into somewhat of a theta brain state. Because what happens if you are impressing upon the subconscious mind, which is one with universal law, and the super consciousness to be able to manifest, we want to be able to get the pure consciousness to be able to be there. So getting the client into a theta state, we do this via HRV breathing, whereas basically we'll take our clients into heavy breathing in and out rhythmically. And what it does is it brings the heart and the brain into coherence. And in that, we keep doing this and it brings the brain state more and more into a theta state, a semi-theta state. The clients are not hypnotized, but they're getting into an impressionable state where their conscious mind and their subconscious mind are one. And then what we do is we do a visioning work. We basically are calling forth from our higher self a vision, the vision of our future highest self. And whenever I'm working with clients, it's very rare for it not to work. People have a glimpse. They have a glimpse that's annoying us. It could be some big picture of them on stage, or it could be them in the kitchen with their family. It doesn't matter the mental picture. What matters is the meaning that they have around it and what it represents. So we take them deeply, deeply into this process. And when they get that mental picture, then we're doing the opposite of the regressions. When we're doing regressions and we're clearing the boulders of trauma and things, we're taking the meaning off, we're taking the emotion off, we're neutralizing it, we're as-ising it. And when we're manifesting, we're doing the total opposite. We flip the E4 and we're beginning to we're going to experience, we're going to begin to evaluate by putting meaning on it and begin to energize it and bring emotions into it and rev up the manifestation. And then what we're doing is we're having enlightenment. We're looking at what's the declaration? What is the power of my word? And we are deciding and having enlightenment around who I need to become, what I need to let go of to manifest this future higher self. And so what I know for sure right now is that you are a manifester. You are a creator. All we do is create. We're creating 24/7. And so we can go from linear thinking and linear creation, but the truth is you are here to be all powerful, all knowing in a human form, in a unique divine expression. And you have a future higher self, the most expressed you, the most embodied of truth you, bringing your gifts and message to the world exponentially. Loving, having amazing relationships, having incredible vitality, having infinite, infinite gifts to bring to the world. And I know that this is your divine destiny. So E4, quantum manifesting, is really a way of calling forth that vision from the higher self instead of from the logical mind and creating a vision board and thinking, oh, if I just have this car and this house and this relationship, then my whole life's going to be good. That's not what it's about. E4 quantum manifesting method is about calling forth the vision of your highest embodied self and energizing that through manifestation, energizing that through holding that vision, energizing it with emotions and feelings and meaning and all the good of the good, and being able to have enlightenment to realize what no longer serves, who do you need to become to be that, and holding that vision exponentially for it to manifest right here, right now, right? Sometimes it takes months of a process. Sometimes it could happen miraculously. We don't outline it. We don't try and control and make it happen from an E4 quantum manifesting. We know that the process works and it's going to do exactly as much as the consciousness has awakened to the truth of who they are. Okay, so on that note, this week's universal law lesson is the universal law of nature. And I think this is a perfect one in alignment with E4 because universal law of nature basically states that Mother Nature is connected. It's connected with Earth and with the sky and with the birds and the clouds, and all of it is a coordination. It's a collaboration. It's unified, and it knows exactly what to do. A flower becomes a flower. A flower is not going to become a butterfly, right? Everything has its perfection of its blooming, and we can't have one without the other, right? So within you is this divine nature. You have a specific DNA and a specific expression, and you are meant to be the fully bloomed you But you can't be that without being in your unity and your oneness and being nurtured by source, being nurtured and bringing your gifts to the world. So I'm just knowing divine nature, taking a deep breath in. Just recognizing this sacred, sacred thing called life. I recognize this divine natural expression, which is the highest, most embodied, most expressed, most harmonious, most loving in all dynamics. I recognize the perfection of who you are. And I recognize also right now the future highest self is the masterclass to embody this, to get out of the way of anything that no longer serves and be able to manifest the highest divine self, the unique divine expression. And so I'm just knowing right now in this week, the perfection, the growth, the knowing of how to energize mental pictures with the power of mind in this mental universe. And so I'm just knowing all wisdom of knowing what no longer serves, all intelligence, the divine infinite intelligence to embody this sacred, sacred future highest self. I release as my word is law, as together we say, and so it is. And so it is. Okay, you guys, if you are not already in Soul Society, you can join the community and really get support. We do 30-day challenges. We do monthly goal setting and we do monthly workshops in Soul Society. You are also welcome to come in and get certified and accredited in E4 method in all of the processes, in the trauma work, the regressions of current life, doing past life regressions and ancestral trauma and all the work to clear the subconscious mind, then also doing your emotional mastery and your energy mastery, and doing, of course, your quantum manifesting, E4 quantum manifesting method. Okay, so you can join right below in the SPPC or the SPPC professional, and I would love to take a journey with you guys. You can also get your free calendar, Universal Law Calendar. Read those each week, come in here, listen to the podcast or watch the podcast, get your mind right, and let's get to the next level together. Okay, have a beautiful day, and may you live the truth.